Dua Lipa performs Boys Will Be Boys, Women in Music 2020. Lock in.
It's second nature to walk home before the sun goes down and put your keys between your knuckles when there's boys around. Isn't it funny how we laugh it off to hide our fear when there's nothing funny here? Sick intuition that they taught us so we won't freak out. We hide our figures doing anything to shut their mouths. We smile away to ease the tension so it don't go south. But there's nothing funny now. When will we stop saying things cause they're all listening? No, the kids ain't alright. Oh, and they do what they see cause it's all on TV. Oh, the kids ain't alright. Boys will be, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be boys. While girls will be women. Boys will be, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be boys. While girls will be women. I'm sure if there's something that I can't find the words to say, I know that there will be a man around to save the day. And that was sarcasm in case you needed it mansplained. I should have stuck to ballet. When will we stop saying things cause they're all listening? No, the kids ain't alright. Oh, and they do what they see cause it's all on TV. No, the kids ain't alright. Boys will be, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be boys. While girls will be women. Boys will be, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be boys. While girls will be women. If you're offended by this song, you're clearly doing something wrong. If you're offended by this song, then you're probably saying, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be boys. The girls will be women. When will they stop saying things cause they're all listening? No, the kids ain't alright. Oh, and they do what they see cause it's all on TV. No, the kids ain't alright. Boys will be, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be boys. But girls will be women. Boys will be, boys will be, boys will be, boys will be boys. But girls will be women.
You know what's interesting about songs like that? Let me put this on full screen. What's interesting about songs like this is the line. There's two lines that I want to take from this song. The first line, which is the one that I think struck me the most, and it's what I talk about a lot on this channel, is if you're offended by this song, then you're probably the issue. Like however the way she said it, where it's like, if you're offended by this song, then you're probably someone who says that. If you are offended, then you are probably the offenser. Like, it's probably you. You're probably the person I'm talking about. And that is such a hard skill. I'm not defending people who get offended by songs like this. What I am saying is that is a hard skill to learn, to not be defensive by something you feel is talking about you in a general sense. There are people right now in my chat, if we're being honest, there's people who, you know, your friends, your family, whoever the fuck, there are people right now that have been offended and been defensive about something that you thought they shouldn't have been. You probably have been defensive about something that you shouldn't have been with more context. I had this conversation in the comment section of, I think, the Sophia Zella video. I don't remember if it was that or the Fetus Your Girl, the Lydia the Bard video, but it was someone talking about being defensive, where they were saying something about they wish men wouldn't be so defensive because women are just trying to let them in on what we've been talking about or something like that. But I came in and kind of was like, hey, listen, as someone who was one of those people who got defensive thinking that every single song about a man was about them, it took women giving me the grace and giving me the space to receive that context so that I didn't get defensive. And then even that, while they agreed mostly with my comment, it was still like, but men have to be willing to listen before we can give the grace. And I'm like, that right there, I'm a fucking ally trying to tell you that as a black man, I understand more about your oppression than you think I do. And you're still trying to educate me. I don't want to be educated. Just like you don't want to be mansplained, I don't want to be educated. I got it. I could educate you. Like, I don't need to be educated on oppression. I don't need that. And so I was trying to explain to her that I understand that women are probably tired of feeling like they're giving grace when men aren't receptive to the context of the conversation. I got that. But at the end of the day, I can still have two truths be true. I can still say that men need to be more open to receiving that context, to allowing women to give them that grace, to accept that, hey, maybe they're not trying to put you down to build themselves up. That's probably not what they're trying to do. But I can also understand why some men would immediately be like, I don't do anything. Why are you talking about me? I am someone who I've not done anything to assault. As far as I know, I haven't done anything to assault a woman, yet I still sometimes, based on comments, based on social media, based on videos, based on the algorithm, based on seeing it every day, based on the conversations I overhear or used to hear from even my own friends who I'm not friends with anymore, but some of my female friends. And I would hear how they would talk about guys. And I'm just like, but I'm a guy. You can't say that stuff around me and expect me to not have my feelings hurt when it does sound like you're talking about me. I've even had some women go, I'm not talking about you, but if you feel like I am, then I must be. See, that right there, that's that attitude. Like that is that attitude that won't get us fucking anywhere. That's why I'm trying so hard to create this platform, to react to these videos, to give space and give context to these songs. We're going, hey guys, hey, I'm a guy. I'm telling you, they're not talking about you if you're not a wolf. They're not talking about you if you're not a fucking rapist. They're not talking about you if you don't say boys will be boys. They're not talking about you. But if you yell and you cry and you moan and you bitch and you complain, then they have a reason to think you are an assaulter. You are an evil prick. You are a piece of shit. You need to understand the context and the content. What I will say is at least in my comment section, I love that women are giving the space. I have seen way more conversations of women and men talking in the comment section and going, wow, thanks for the education. Wow, thanks for letting me know. Wow, I need to be a better ally. Wow, I thought I was doing the right thing. There's a lot more work to be done. Wow, I really thought that my ally shit was on par, but now I see that it really wasn't. I'm going to have to try to do better. Like, that I like, and that is all I've ever asked for. So now I hear these songs like this, and I'm just sitting here going, you know what? I did say boys would be boys when I was younger. I did used to say that shit in my 20s. And I've learned now at 36 years old, not now at 36, but I've learned as I've gotten older towards 36, what a fucked up thing to say. Because no one ever says girls would be girls. I've actually never heard that in my life. If that is something that people say, that's cool, I guess, but I've literally never heard that in my life. I've heard boys will be boys every fucking day of my childhood. I never heard girls will be girls. And then what do girls be? They become women, which is the second line that I like. I really like the cleverness of that hook. Boys will be boys, but girls will be women. Because no one ever says boys will be men. They always say boys will be boys. And it's like, I'm not a fucking boy. I don't do this weird shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I never did. I think that locker room talk shit stopped after middle school. I'm dead ass. I truly try to dig deep. I can't think of one time in high school where I ever overheard a conversation of guys talking about women and I joined in. I really can't think of it. Did it a lot in middle school. I mean, I was a fucking kid. Like, leave me alone. Like, I was like 13 years old. I know what I was talking about. I can't remember once I was 15, 16, probably because I grew up fast. I can't remember in 15, 16 ever co-signing and contributing to those conversations. I didn't do anything to stop it. I just didn't join in. And that was my allyship. I went, well, I'm not joining in, so that must be enough. I didn't curve it. I just didn't join in. So that has to be enough. And again, some people will go, well, what did you expect me to do? And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's complicated, but I've just learned at 36, to wrap this up in a nice bow, I've just learned that there is always work that can be done. There is always more that you can do. And if people in your life, especially people in your life, are telling you that you're not doing enough, don't be defensive. Listen and see what else you can do. Hit him with that. What's my man's name from Frozen? I can't think of his name. One of the best Disney princesses of all time. I can't remember his name, but whenever he would show up to Elsa, that man ain't never said, how can I fix this? He said, what can I do? How can I help? That man never once said, I got this. He always said, what can I do to help? How can I help you? What do you need from me? That man's fire, bro. Everybody should have picked up on that. And that went over so many dudes' head. And it's that easy. Ain't nobody wanting you to be a savior all the time, bro. Sometimes they want you to just sit back, shut the fuck up and go, how can I support you in this moment? I don't want to fix this moment. I want to support you in this moment. How can I help? Watch how far that goes. Try that. Try that this week. Let me know. Message me. Let me know how far you got after that. Yeah, Christoph. Christoph is fire. I love Christoph. I will take no Christoph slander. Christoph's amazing. That was fire. I like that song. I liked that song. I really like that song. It's a very important song. And I hope that people really receive the message and just stop with the fucking defensiveness. I'm so sick of people being defensive. Women and men. I'm so sick of people being defensive. You have no reason to be defensive unless you think the other person is on the offensive. Unless you think they're talking about you, you have no reason to be defensive. It's why I don't get defensive when I hear these songs. In fact, it makes me angry and sad for you. And it makes me want to go, yeah, I'll help with that. I'll help curb that bullshit. Don't even worry about it. I got you. Won't do that performative shit around here. Y'all already know my stance with that nonsense. Don't even worry about it.